My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to Top 10 in Under 10 AC/DC to ZZ Top.
I gotta skip U. I didn't have a U. I could have done U2, but it would have been based off of a single greatest hits album that I have, which has got the greatest hits on one side and then a bunch of B-sides on the other side. Wasn't going to do that for U2. It's not anywhere near enough of a selection, especially since it was like the first half of their career, not the second half. So, you know, that's just a whole issue on its own there, right? So, we're going into V, and for V, we are doing Van Halen, which I've already covered immensely already, and I've covered every Van Halen album. I did a rap party for Van Halen, but I figured I'm going to do a top 10 because I don't want to skip V as well as skipping U. So we've got, and I'm going to rifle through this one, all right, really fast because I've done so much on Van Halen already. We've got Hot for Teacher. That's on there because of the drum list at the beginning. Great song off 1984. Probably the only song off 1984 that I need to have on a mix. Off A Different Kind of Truth, I put on Tattoo. There's actually quite a few songs off of Different Kind of Truth I could have put on here, but Tattoo felt appropriate, and I went with it. Then off of the Best of Van Halen Volume 1, because the only way I've got these two particular songs, I went with Humans Being, which is actually on the Twister soundtrack, but I didn't want to buy this Twister soundtrack to do this. I should, though, because there was also the instrumental on there, blah, 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 blah. It's a thing. And Can't Give This Stuff No More, because I really dig Van Halen when David Lee Roth went back later with the way that David sang later on and stuff like that. I felt it was better and it sounded cooler. Then we go to the Diver Down album. Now, if you watched any of my album reviews, you'll know that I really like to bash on the Diver Down album. But the song Little Guitars is a really, really good tune, man. So it had to go on there. Off of the Fuck album, or For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, we've got Runaround. It's the only song on that album I wanted to put on here. There's quite a few songs on there that are actually pretty good, but Runaround is the only one I actually go out of my way to listen to on a type of regular basis. The Van Halen album, the first album, the best Van Halen album as far as I'm concerned. I could have just put the whole Van Halen album on here basically and been okay. But with that, I opted to go with Running with the Devil and Jamie's Crying, because both of those songs are just amazing. Then off of Women and Children First, we've got And the Cradle Will Rock. And then finishing off with Why Can't This Be Love off of 5150, because as much as I'm not a ballad guy, I really dig Why Can't This Be Love, and I noticed I didn't have anywhere near enough Sammy Hagar music on here, especially for how much I like Sammy. But the reality is, they released more stuff with David Lee Roth, so there's more to pick from. Just how it went. Anyways, so yeah, Hot for Teacher, Tattoo, Humans Being, Can't Get This Stuff No More, Little Guitar, Run Around, Running with the Devil, Jamie's Crying, and The Cradle Will Rock. Why Can't This Be Love? My top 10 for Van Halen. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Give me your top 10 for Van Halen. After you've done that, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and then in the description there is a link for Patreon and the TWA Trampoline Wrestling Association. Check those out. Peace, love, take care.